Hazardous materials, or Hazmat for short, are loosely defined as any solid, liquid, or gas that is toxic, explosive, flammable, or corrosive. Due to their often volatile nature, the Department of Transportation, or DOT, has widened this definition to include anything that, when transported, poses a significant risk to the health and safety of people or property. Some of these materials are obvious, like firearms, fuel, and refrigerant gases like liquid nitrogen and carbon dioxide. But other materials might surprise you. Did you know that common household and beauty items like aerosol sprays, alcohols, nail polish and nail polish remover, perfumes, and hand sanitizer are all considered hazardous materials? Before transporting an item, it's the responsibility of the carrier to determine if it's considered hazmat by checking the safety data sheet for the item. It's also important to follow all of the Department of Transportation guidelines for the transporting of hazardous materials to avoid expensive fines, suspension of license, injury, or even death. You see, hazmat regulations are required anytime hazardous materials are transported by rail, air, or motor vehicle, by interstate, intrastate, and foreign carriers. The Department of Transportation, in conjunction with several other organizations, including the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration, or FMCSA, has developed regulations for the safe transportation of hazardous materials. So the first of these regulations is the proper marking of vehicles carrying hazmat with specific signage. Any vehicle carrying hazardous materials must be labeled on each side and each end with placards following guidelines. According to the DOT hazardous materials regulations, placards must include information such as the hazard class or division number that indicates the primary hazard. For example, the number 1.1 would indicate an explosive, while 2.3 means poisonous gas. Placards must also include the corresponding color and symbol for the primary hazard, like orange for explosives. A word or four-digit number can also be found in the center of the placard that provides the hazard class description. The information on the placards is used by first responders in the event of an incident or emergency. It's also useful to the sending and receiving facilities to ensure a safe transition of materials. One vehicle may carry multiple placards depending on the shipment. Now, each package inside the vehicle should also be properly labeled. Making sure all labels and placards are correctly used is just the first step in ensuring the safe transportation of hazardous materials.